Evening, folks. How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Let's see what's going to happen. This is either going to be a full show, or if not, this will be a speed run. The last show was 5 minutes 56 seconds. So if we want to beat the record for Super Mario Brothers, we got to keep this one under 4 minutes 54 seconds, 631 milliseconds. Let's see how it goes. And I used to be hella into speed running, but I fell off of it a few years ago, and I missed that that's the new Super Mario Brothers world record as of last September. Had to look that up today. But what's up to Caffeine Addict and Chris and Patrick? How's it going? Yeah, it's going pretty well. Hello. A little bit cold here. Didn't want it to be cold at the end of the year, but it is what it is. At least it's not snowing or thunderstorming. And I did notice Chris Ann Hall tweeted about a couple hours ago talking about she's okay. The horse house is boarded up. I don't know if she has a horse. But everything okay is there. She said she shouldn't really get flooding. The only real problem is the sewer systems locally are a little bit backed up, but other than that, she should be pretty much high and dry. And then Gray Still Plays is still uploading and tweeting, and he actually liked one of my tweets the other day, one of my responses to him. So he's okay too. And I really do hope any other Franklies in Florida are surviving and we're able to get to higher ground or, all that stuff. No pets or too much damage happened with them. I really do hope so. I'm not worried. I just really do hope for the best because there are lots of great people down there who are not Franklies as well. I'm not being selfish. So yeah, just more power to them because this, from what I've heard about the storm, this is not natural. But we follow Jim Lee climate viewers, so we know what that's about. What's up, Lisa? She says lurking while I'm multitasking between prepping split pea soup and watching after the fire pit dwindle down. Nice. Okay, Patrick. Yeah, 13C, but it is midnight there. Yeah, 13C. That's kind of been that might have been the high for the day here. It really did not get to like right now it says like 16 Celsius, 15 Celsius, sorry. And let me make sure my notifications are turned all the way up just in case. Frank did go live earlier talking about he may go live tonight because he wants to show us the stars. But it sort of, I guess it depends on the weather. I don't know what he's going to do, to be honest. Yesterday's show kind of proves that we're not in contact behind the scenes. So I'll find out when you guys find out. Notifications turned all the way up. So I will hear that if he goes live. And what's up to B Chap and Dandy and I Bitch Lap Satan? Okay, I bitch slept Satan talking about I have a childhood friend in Spring Hill outside of Tampa. Am in touch with her all evening. That's good. That's good that you're still in touch. That they still have internet. So if they have internet, I hope they've got, the electricity as well, or else how would it stay on and can still get food and care for their families and themselves and their pets, anything like that. Oh, Beach Chef, yeah, Frank already made a YouTube video contents this morning. Yeah, Frank did go live. I was actually lying here thinking I had everything set up ready to go, thinking I gotta be like a fireman, ready to jump if Frank goes live. And literally when I finished that thought, my phone chimed. It was 9:33 in the morning, so I grabbed everything over. Everything was charged up and went to that. It was only like 20 minutes. It wasn't too long. And then Frank did post a video, something to do with Matt. I didn't get a chance to check that out yet, but he posted a video of Matt McCat, so that is up on Twitter, Instagram, all those places. What's up, Beastwood? How's it going? Oh, Beachap. Okay, he was talking about something about a massive storm. Now, I did see that there is like rain and thunderstorms going on in upstate New York, but I'm not sure how upstate Frank is, if he's below that or not. The fact that he does want to show us the stars, I guess he would have to wait for it to get darker out. There's a little bit of sun. We're in the same time zone, but he's closer to the east than me, so it will be a little bit darker for him than it is for me now. So it's like that twilight type of time that the sun has set. So there's light in the sky, but it'll be dark quick. And Dandy, oh no, stay out of Cleveland, LOL. Yeah, stay out of East Cleveland unless you want to get um extra holes punched into you. Definitely avoid that. Never, I don't know if I've been to East Cleveland. I have been to a theater. I mentioned this before. Not the theater, but it's called the Cedar Lee. It's at an intersection of Cedar and Lee. It's easy to find. I don't know if that's in East Cleveland or not. And to be fair, I haven't been there since 2013, actually. The movie, is it Hitchcock, about Alfred Hitchcock. Anthony Hopkins plays him. I did go there to see that. Very small place. I hope it still exists. Oh, Beastwood, yeah, Frank is closest to me. It winks. He winks at me in my dreams. Yep, yep. And Patrick, yeah, right. Prayers for all the Floridians. Anybody affected by the hurricanes. It's I'm sure there may even still be people who have not recovered from the first one as far as getting, power back to them, getting food, and like I saw some people putting messages out like, I don't want cash, I want to take a bath, I haven't had a shower since it's been so many days. And oh, what's up, John Rogers? How's it going? So they really are going through it, and does not seem very natural to me at all. Oh, cool, Dandy, yeah, the Cedar Leaf Theater, yes, it's still there. Yeah, this is a place where, like, I walked in and right away they're like, they got a sign up saying, we do not admit anyone under 5 years old at any time. And I'm thinking, like, am I old enough to be? Oh, I was 18 at the time, but it's like, am I old enough to be here? Do I have to show ID? I mean, but I don't think they really show kids movies there. It was really, well, Quills. If you've seen that, then you, definitely not a movie for the little ones to be around while you're watching it. Unless you have very different morals than myself. Uh, yeah. Chris is asking, where was Old Peabody's located in Cleveland, east or west? I do not know. I have heard of that place, but I have not been to any bars up in Cleveland. And I am trying to remember to keep my hair behind me because the camera does not like to focus on it. And I didn't feel like playing with it or putting it up, anything like that. Oh, and then Dandy's saying Peabody's was in the flats downtown. Might have moved at one point just east of downtown. Cool. Oh, damn, Beach App, he says, when I used to live in Sydney, didn't have a shower for 4 days one time because had peak electricity. Oof. Yeah, that sucks. Ugh. For a little while, I did live up in Lakewood, Ohio, and the biggest takeaway I took from that was that the power went out for a short time every single day. Yeah, I would not live up there again. They used to have a shop. I hope it's still there. It's called Nature's Bin. Had all kinds of healthy stuff, healthy food. It was going to be a little bit pricier, but it was healthier stuff. They had the salted peanuts in the shell. I like those. Not the kind you get from Walmart. Those actually made me ill one time. But from Nature's Bin, those were good. Now, mind you, I was not up there. Goodness, it was about 20 years ago now. And I know the street has changed. They were revamping it after I left. But that's okay. They can do what they want. Geography wise, if you know where Cleveland is, the city that is literally right next to it, you got Cleveland, and then to the west, it's just like the same street Cleveland ends. That's where Lakewood begins. So it's you can't miss it. Dandy, I'm right on the Lakewood border, West 116. Yep, I probably know exactly where that is because West 117. I found out the hard way. We were helping some folks move up there, and we just, what were directions like 20 years ago. So what the directions they had were to go all the way up to 117, but then the house that we were going to was literally back on the other edge of Lakewood, closer to I think Rocky River. I might be wrong about the Rocky River thing, but literally we drove across that town just to go all the way back, and it was just at the time we're like, well, whatever, we're here, nothing got hurt, nobody got hurt, but it feels so stupid. I don't let other people navigate because of stuff like that. Oh, cool. Chris, I used to play concerts at Peabody's when they were attached to Rascal Pizza House. Oh, okay. And then last I knew, Lakewood had a Hungry Howie's. I heard a commercial for them in my town, so maybe they're moving this away. The pizza's okay. It actually is really good. Slight bit of an aftertaste, really not enough to put you off of it. Oh, damn, Patrick saying, I remember we had power cuts here in the 70s every other day as all the workers were on strike, 3-day week. Oh, son of a bitch. Like, you better be working when my show comes on. God damn it. Get it. Take tomorrow off. You gotta work tonight. You can stop when it ends. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Yeah. Now, around here, ever since July, the power goes out 1 day a month. It hasn't gone out this month yet. It'll probably be sometime next year, hopefully just in the middle of the afternoon, so I don't miss quite frankly. So I've got my I wouldn't say non-perishable, shelf-stable food. Let me put it like that. That way I don't gotta keep opening the fridge, or I'm just gonna kick it. It'll be cold though. It's gotten cold. I don't like that. It doesn't even get up to 80 in the room. I don't really care for that. I have to start wearing a sweater. And I do have up now. I did pick. It was hard to choose, but I did pick 4 movies because that's the only option. It only gives you 4 options for a poll, but I've got that on YouTube and on Twitter for what to watch. I kind of wanted to stick to comedy, but then some other. Well, it's Step Brothers. I don't know if you've seen that. That's the one with Will Ferrell and John C. Riley. It has others. Um, that is, I haven't seen it in a few years, but it's very, very good. They don't have Walk Hard, or I would have put that on there, but this is like a close second to that. It's very, very funny if you've never seen it. Lots of the other actors in it you will recognize. I kind of don't want to spoil that part of it because that was the fun for me. Like, I recognize her, I recognize him, I recognize. So I like that part of it. Very funny movie. That's up there. And I haven't seen this since the 90s, but Death Becomes Her. That's on Tubi. Both of these are on Tubi. Hey, Dusty Blue, how's it going? I know you've seen Death Becomes Her. You have to have seen it. It's that old. I know a little bit of the backstory about the making of it. Won't really get into that here and now. But Goldie Hawn, Meryl Streep. You'll recognize the. I think he plays a husband of one of them, or a doctor, or something like that. You will, if you don't recognize him, wait for the credits, and you'll be like, it was him. So there's that. And then this was recommended. This is keep recommended by Frankly. It's called Ostriv. It's also called The Island. It's from what I understand, it's a subtitled film. It's Russian with English subtitles. I have not seen it. That'll be a new one on me. It's like an hour and a half long, so that's a good size movie. So I'm kind of into seeing something I've never seen before. Like, I'm not gonna say no to that. I didn't know if we wanted to watch films I've seen, films I hadn't seen, so it's a little bit of a mix. And the last one is The Dark Crystal from 1982. Now, if I did see that film, it was back in the 80s and not once again since. So I either have seen it and not seen it in decades, or I've never seen it at all. Either way, it'll be new to me. So there is that up there for the options. I've got the poll going for a few days. Let's try to make this final definitely by the Saturday show, so we'll have something to watch for the last couple of weeks of the year while Frank gets back into the office. And I will also be doing the chat room tour, where I will be spending 1 week in every chat room there is until they're are no other chat rooms to visit. So I will be, of course, I'll be in YouTube the entire time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going anywhere. But I'll do a split screen. So I'll have YouTube on one side, and on the other side I'll have a secondary chat room. And considering the fact that Frank is once again getting copyright strikes on Twitch every single, like while he's live, he will get a strike. So it's not like anything he can preemptively address, and it's nothing he can address after the show airs. It's just a strike, and it is what it is. I don't know how many of those he can get before his channel gets the axe. He does use his, quite frankly, Twitch to go live to play just video games, stuff like that. Not often, but sometimes on the weekends. So of course he doesn't want to lose that. So with that in mind, he might have to do what he did before, which is take the show and just not, go live everywhere else except for Twitch. Again. So that being the case, since that could get the axe the soonest, when I do start up the chat room tour, the first other chat room I will be in is Twitch. So if you're on YouTube already, that's great, but that'll be fun for the Twitch folks. So they'll have me there for a whole week. Next week. Is that when it is? Yeah, next week. So beginning next Monday. And then also what Frank said when he was live this morning, I did ask about book club because he mentioned it on the show. Just wanted to make sure he was sure about this. But instead of the public book club being the 14th, it will be the following Monday, which is the 21st. And that is The Mask of the Red Death. You can find that. Well, Frank said all of these books are available as PDFs, but I will be listening to the audio book. I did share it already. Narrated by Christopher Lee. And it's about like 18 minutes and change. So it is not a long listen. Haven't listened to it yet because I'll just forget it. So I will make sure to be listening to that. And I will be at that public book club because I've never been to one before. And I hope you guys get in on it. It's got to be fun. The more of us go there, the more fun it's going to be. Patrick's saying that mostly coal-powered stations in them days. Then Maggie got in and decimated the miners, caused the most upheaval in the country, closed nearly all of the mines. So if you don't know your UK history, there you go. I like the meme. This guy's in a bar talking about I left England because of a woman. The second person's like, wow, that must have been some lady. Who was she? Guy's like, Margaret Thatcher. Yeah. Dragon Sage, he's disgustipated. Oh, I'm sorry, Dragon Sage. Well, if the Hurricane Milton is starting up in Florida, landfall at 9 p.m. Stay safe, Floridians. Dusty Blue is saying, yeah, they are saying landfall sometime this evening. Dandy, yeah, wear comfy shoes on that chat room tour, Nikki. Yeah, I will. I did this once before. I think it was 2022. Same time of year, right after New Year's Day. And I visited every chat room there was. I forget how many there were, 8 or 9. And it just to be in there for a week, just to see what it was like, because I'd never been to some of those rooms I'd never been to before. And they are varying degrees of busy. Some rooms, almost nobody says anything. Sometimes they are almost on par with the YouTube chat room. However, I do know that there seem to be a lot more folks that watch on Pilled/Foxhole. So when I get around to that, that will be interesting, since you really can only see 7 lines of text at a time, and they do have a problem with people who behave as bots. That is a serious issue. It makes it difficult to have a conversation or to enjoy oneself. And that will be rough on the battery of my laptop because that burns through a lot of energy. Oh, Chris Six, yeah, Christopher Lee or Vincent Price, either narrations are a good one. I found the Christopher Lee one, and I don't know why my brain said Vincent Price, probably because he was in the film. But it is Christopher Lee narrating. As far as the thumbnail says, they might be lying. No, I clicked on it once. It's Christopher Lee. It's like Sauron? So that is still available. Oh, BChap saying they closed permanently Yahoo Java-based chat rooms. Microsoft took over. Ugh. Oh shit, Patrick. Understandable. The miners even threw parties when she died. Must admit, had a few beers that day. Yeah, yeah. Some folks just do a lot of bad. I won't get too deep into UK history here, but I know enough to know that that's valid. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, take it easy. Calling it a night. Not feeling well lately. Good night. Yeah, yeah. Just take it easy. I mean, this stream will stay up, and can also catch up another time. That is true. I do that. Yeah. Christopher Lee was in a power metal band. Yeah. Go figure. I do like the story about Christopher Lee on the set of The Lord of the Rings when they were going to basically stab some dude like from behind, like knife, in the lungs, and the actor reacted to it, and Christopher Lee standing there like, "That's not the sound you would make," and they're like, "Sure, sure, whatever, and he's like, "No, I know, I used to," because he was in the war. He has seen combat. He has had to, take lives before, and he kind of, gently let them know that, and he's like, this is probably something he's done before, and he's like, yeah, they would not react to that in that way. This is how they would do it. So they don't ask me exactly what scene, but that is a real thing that happened. Oh, dandy, nice. Just saw people destroying Harris signs around here. Good for them. Good for them. Yep, Saruman. Great films. I don't know anybody who hasn't seen the Lord of the Rings, the ones from, 2000, 2002, 2003, that Lord of the Rings. If you haven't, you should. If you haven't read the books, you should read them. If you have read the books, you should read them. If you like Howard Shore, if you like any of the it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. How have you not seen that? It's been out forever. Instant classic. I knew that sitting there in the theater. And the first Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings, that's in my top 5. Beach Chap, yeah, only cowards attack from the back. Unless, of course, they've done something heaps bad. Yeah, Joe Taylor, yeah. Gotta keep all of the folks affected by these hurricanes in our thoughts, and just I don't even know how you help people out in that situation. Like if you were closer, like how do you like even get supplies to them? How do you even I just honestly do not know. I wish I could be like, hey folks, everybody do this and organize that and get down. It just makes you really feel helpless is what it does. Patrick, the BBC banned the song "The Wicked Witch is Dead," even though it got to number 1. Like everybody calls and requests the exact same song. You've got to play it. Oh, beat chap. I've seen part 2, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. All right, cool. Yeah, yeah. Definitely check out the first one, and then you can, watch them in order. Just 1, 2, 3. And you don't even have to watch the extended editions. If you don't care, that's okay. You don't have to. But just know that they're amazing. The extended edition of Fellowship, oh my God, it's got a part in there. Gimli. I'm not going to spoil it for you. It is something from the books, and I'm glad they did film it. And I get chills thinking about his delivery. It's so good. They did have the extended editions in theaters back about the second week of June, actually, right around the time I was changing my handle. They were going to play those 3 in the theaters, and I just did not have a way to get up there, or how am I going to drive up there 3 days in a row? I wouldn't be able to see, and I just couldn't. But it would have been nice to see them in the theater, because I did see the first 3 in theaters originally. Oh, yeah, the Hobbit. No, I know they broke the Hobbit book into 3 films. I saw the first one. It's it looks odd, and there's a reason for that. It's maybe it's the frame rate. They explain it. It's just so unnatural. Um, I don't mean the special effects. I mean just something as simple as the lighting. It does have its good moments. It does have its good acting. I haven't read The Hobbit in so long. It was because I saw the first three films, and then I was either given or borrowed the books, and it was like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. It's, three books. Tolkien wanted it one book, but they broke it into three. So I read The Hobbit, read The Lord of the Rings, and everything in the books is on that screen. You will all the detail of Lothlorien is on the page. Like all those books are so thick because he is just hella detailing everything. It doesn't matter how beautiful or bland it is. He's got all the detail in it, and it's grammatically correct. It's the punctuation. I just have such a nerdgasm thinking about it. So I kind of wonder with the weather, is that going to blow some rain up this way? I kind of would like to see, like, okay, as far as the Hobbit goes, didn't they bring Benedict Cumberbatch to voice Smaug the dragon? Didn't see that. He's like at the very end of the Hobbit, and then I guess he's a bigger in maybe the second and third one. I haven't seen those, so I don't know. Can't really speak on them. And I forget if they got Howard Shore back to do the music. It's okay. It was that long ago. I think I watched it on TV. So 2019, 2018, something like that. It's been a minute. Beastwood, yeah, it is all about the details because you watch the film and you think, wow, the people who came up with the CGI must have had such great imaginations to put all this on the screen for us. No, you read those books from what they were published in the 40s. It's on the page. It's all written down. Just the grandeur and the spectacle and like the heights of the trees and the details of like the elvish clothing. It's all there. It's all on the page. Gotta love Tolkien, and he's a Capricorn, so he's on my team. Yeah, the revolution will not be televised. That is a fact. B-Chap talking about just bought a used slash secondhand gaming PC rig. Nice, nice. What games do you play? Uh, PayPal, pay in 4 payments wouldn't allow me to buy a brand new PC on eBay. Yeah, well, fuck PayPal. Those pricks. Oh, it's for gaming, you sons of bitches. They're just jealous. I don't see Chinese folks on the speed running boards. But not all speed running, just Super Mario Brothers, the original 2, 3, Super Mario 64, and Super Mario Kart, the one for Nintendo 64. People speed run those. I will watch those. Not every single last one, but I have watched. One of those Super Mario Brothers um, world records was made on my birthday. I forget what year, but that happened. And was that Dowski? I don't recall, but I know it was my birthday one year. Dragon Sage says, you people gotta get with me and is that Texas Magi dude? Magi? His posse. Oh, nice. B chat playing Call of Duty games, Need for Speed series. Sweet, sweet. I would play Call of Duty. I like shooting games. I think that's why I like GTA. Older GTA, the actual Grand Theft Auto I played was like PS2, so it was San Andreas and Vice City. Actually, I think Vice City came out first, then San Andreas, but those are the ones. Yeah, B-Chap, dig the Nintendo 64 cartridges were so easy to use. Oh, Patrick, wow, built a couple of gaming rigs, don't even play games. Wow. Yeah, check it out. Play some video games. See if they've got I would like to play RimWorld. You can just get so micro with it. Oh, Wally, how's it going from Florida? What's up to Arden? I hope you're in a drier part of Florida. Just visiting. Going down there to shake your fist angrily at the water and the wind. Not enough grumpy old men down there in rocking chairs getting mad. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. So if I'm ever in the market, yeah, Dragon Sage for a gaming rig. Arden, what's up? How's it going? Glad you made it. I'll have to get in touch with you folks. Dandy, I played Pong, Pac-Man, and Tetris. That's about my experience. LOL. Hey, Tetris is great. I missed my first phone. It was a burner phone, but it had Tetris on it. Damn, I got good at that. I don't remember what my high score was, including a quantum computer, Dragon Sage. Holy shit. Oh, and yeah, what's up, Erica? Remember to smash the like button if you haven't already. And my phone hasn't made any noise. I don't know. Maybe it's got cloudy up where Frank is, and then he couldn't show us the stars. Oh, cool. Wally's saying he's saying that they're fine on the Panhandle and the weather is beautiful. Chris, right? Yeah, NES when you could blow something and it wasn't homo. Just gotta blow the cartridge. What? And Dragon said, yeah, he's the budding boyer on YouTube, uh, making bow and arrows. Oh, that's better weather here. Yeah, Arden, 80 degrees, breezy and sunny. Nice. Needs to be at least 80. And then I haven't watched him yet, but I do see I'm starting to see more reviews for Joker 2. A channel I follow called Captain Midnight has a video that dropped today called Joker 2 is a train wreck. And I think it's about like 12 minutes long. I haven't watched it yet, but I respect the guy, so I want to oh, I'm sure I'll get around to that. It seems like people don't care for it, and that they're allowed to. I just wonder what perspective they're taking it from. If it's just because Gaga's in it, is it just because they're singing? I don't know, but it's okay. Everybody can think what they want about it. I personally am not going to get offended. Arden, it's basically South Alabama here. Aw. Oh yeah, and screw Dragon Sage's neighbor for taking his cat. Gotta remember that. Asteroids was the peak of my gaming career, Wally. Nice, yeah, retro gaming, cool, cool. I was saying today, if I did go back to gaming, the game I know was Final Fantasy VII, I would just have to get the OG for PlayStation. None of that remake bullshit where you're only in Midgar and there's no materia. But I would play that because I played it for 20 years, took notes, had it memorized, haven't touched it, and haven't played any video games in 7 years, to be honest. That's a downer of a story I will save for the year 17 video. So it's been a while, but sometimes my long-term memory kicks in, so I wonder how much I remember. I know how to make money there. I could do the chocobo thing. The one thing I did never do well, was fight the weapons because I knew they would just kill me, and I probably had to get more that fucking HP MP materia that switches your hit points and your magic points. I cannot get with that. I hate that damn materia. John Ryder's I had asteroid on my first droid. Nice. Patrick, yeah, I do like Tomb Raiders though. Yeah. I think they do still speed run the like whenever I'm watching speed runs, it's like older video games. It's not like people speed running at GTA 5 or stuff like that. It's like it's video games that I've played, but I have watched speed runs of GoldenEye, even though I've never played that. Oh, Beach App. I've got two Nintendo 64 gaming consoles as well, but don't hardly use them. Oh man, gotta get some Mario Kart and Super Mario 64 and others. I forget what I played on that. Just played so much Super Mario Brothers, and then come to find out there's kids speed running it now. That trips me out. It blows my mind that folks that weren't even born in 1985 are playing Super Mario Brothers and getting world records in it, and they're playing it on computers because the consoles are so old they can't keep up. I like that. I also think it's funny. It's kind of a shame, but I laughed the first time I heard about marriages breaking up because the guy was playing too much video games. It does, yeah. Dragon Sage. Wow, yeah. It makes sense that a Dragon Sage would live next door to a witch. If any more spooky stuff starts happening there, I'm gonna swear you're up in Collinsport, Maine. If you start getting werewolves or parallel timelines, no spoilers, or vampires, of course. Yeah, let us know. We'll deal with that. But yeah, so you don't have to be a gamer to enjoy video games. I've been watching Gray Still Plays since 2017, 2018. I don't think we've he's ever played a game that I've played, but that's okay. The spirit is there. The gaming spirit is there. If you're a gamer, it doesn't not mobile games. That doesn't count. You're not a gamer if you play mobile games. Don't even try to ingratiate yourself with real gamers. Don't even bring that up. Oh, that's wonderful. Patrick, fixing consoles is a good pastime for me, definitely. We need people to keep the old equipment running because the new stuff is irrelevant after a year. That old equipment was built to last. So Tuesday, what is today? Wednesday. Tuesday, that was yesterday. Yeah, that was fun. Because I didn't know Frank was gonna go live Tuesday. Frank was talking about, yeah, I won't go live Tuesday because I'll be driving that day, but then the rest of the week I might go live for the coffee chats. And then he goes live on Tuesday at 7:05. So we ran out of here, went over to Frank, and he was live for like 19, 20 minutes, just kicking it out on the back porch of the cabin, or maybe that's the front of the cabin where you can see the lake, but he was just out there taking it easy, shooting the breeze with us, telling us about his day. Dragon Sage talking about my work buddy gave me his electric guitar 6 months ago. It has a broken jack. I still haven't gotten around to it. It's waiting for you. Yeah, Arden, for real. We should have kept our turntables and LP records. That's a fact. I mean, I know they still print records, but yeah, maybe a record connoisseur will sit there and tell me, well, the way they were printing records in the 70s is not the way they're printing them in the 2000s, because back in this, I don't know if that's a thing. Or, yeah, CDs are good for the car. Yeah. Got to have that CD player in the car for emergencies in case you get into a dead zone with because my phone or my car has Bluetooth, so I just connect that, and that's incredible. But it does have that CD player. The problem is it does have a screen. It's like a screen that it's a touch screen that you can do stuff with. The problem is like the sun will hit that in a certain way, or it has light mode and dark mode, and sometimes it can't decide which one it wants to use. So of all things, I'll be listening to Judy Garland, and there it is, black, white, black, white, black, white. Like, I love Judy, but I don't think hers is the kind of music you need rave lights for. So, and then plus I'm driving. So all you have to do is just get a regular brown paper bag, like a sandwich bag, not a big one, like a smaller one, about, a few inches, 5, 6 inches wide. I kind of fold the ends in a little bit, and I just stick it in the CD player, and then I fold up the bottom in such a way that will rest on the screen, and that it just kind of hides that screen, because I don't need to see the screen. I control everything from my phone. So that's how I get around that. Smart asses. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, records today don't have the goodies that records of yesteryear had. Yeah, you used to get extras in the sleeve, all kinds of stuff. Arden, they don't have CD players in new cars anymore, I think. That's That's like having a phone without an audio jack. Let's see. My car is from, I believe it's a 2014. But then the creepy part is that a priest used to own it, so I don't even want to know what happened in that vehicle. I haven't looked it up. That's scary. So yeah, Frank went live, and then it was the lighting changes and having to just mentally switch from being live to the chat room. I couldn't make myself go back. I had to process what I just saw at the show, and then with my eyes getting tired with it, I could not go live again after Frank was live, and I do feel like a dick about that. I wanted to, I just couldn't. So there was no rest of the show yesterday. But I will say this: if Frank pulls this on the 10th and the 11th, what I will do, since it's the last day of the year and then the first day of the year on the 10th and the 11th, if Frank does happen to go live while I'm live, of course we'll stop this, go over to Frank, and then I'll do another, like what, hour and a half, whatever I missed out on, because I want to make sure you guys have something to go to. I realize why I've been pissed off all day. It's because, like, we had Monday together, but Tuesday we really did not have that much time together. And I'm thinking I can't keep going through that the whole week and not being able to talk to you guys. So, with that in mind, if Frank does go live between 7 and 9 p.m., the next, today, of course, not today. I don't know if I could come back in. It's already been 42 minutes, but the 10th and the 11th, if he comes on, we'll go to him, come back over here, we'll do some more time. Even if I have to go over 9 o'clock, that's okay. I just want to make sure we get like at least 2 hours of time together. And since the year started out so rough, and since we did have to spend about 6 months with just the 1 hour of chat room, it is nice to be able to spend the last part of maybe the second or third worst year of my life together, and then the very first day of next year. I want to make sure we get that time in. Dandy, album covers were great back then. Record album covers are great. There's so much going on. There's so much to see. It's not like tiny like a CD. Beach kept saying, yeah, they pretty much changed everything. CD player, DVD players, Blu-ray, disc player, recorder, and proceeded to mini disc. Hard drives pretty much took over. Yeah, like when they just took out like they didn't tell anybody, but they just took away the option to put like a floppy disk into your computer. I was like, oh, I guess we don't need these anymore. The 3.5 inch floppy, not a proper floppy disk. Oh, Dusty Blue's saying, oh, when I rented an Airbnb in Bearsville, New York, they had an old turntable and a stack of albums. Unfortunately, they were all warped, except for Elvis Costello's album, My Aim is True Deluxe Edition. Oh, cool. Have not listened to that. At least they had one album that played, though. Erica, yeah, took away CDs and cars. Yeah, I don't need a new car then. I'll just stick with the one that I've got. Patrick, Elvis Costello's dad was a really popular TV ad here in the 70s. Secret lemonade drinker, LOL. Chris, damn straight. Yeah, I still remember when music videos told a story and not just a damn advertisement for Hot Topic. If right, yeah. Like I saw all those clothes at the mall. What the hell? Uh, yeah, Arden. Yeah, say my laptop doesn't even have a DVD or CD. Yeah, there's no like this does not have any drives. I can plug it in. I can hook up a camera to it. Uh, I'm sure that's for getting like pictures off of it. There's like ports over there, but yeah, it just does not have any of the stuff equipment had before. Oh yeah, no, a B chap saying also USB flash drives. I've got multiple USB flash drives, so nothing is on the USB sticks. Oh, Elisa's saying, I loved when Elvis Costello switched to Radio on SNL back in '77. That was so good. Oh, nice. Arden, yeah, gotta download everything. Yeah, gotta have hard copies to play at the house, and then I mean, I've got so much. Like the majority of my music is on YouTube. Like I'm not gonna lie, if I did not have access to that, I would not have access to most of my life. Dragon Sage. I used to program C64 games, the Commodore 64 for folks who don't know who that is or what that is. That's okay. Since we cover, I don't think anybody here is stupid. I just like there might be people here who just did not hear of these things, or they might be younger and don't know what some of that stuff is, and that's okay. It's okay to not know stuff. It's fine. Just haven't come across it yet. Yeah, Chris, I've seen that. It's funny when you can go into Walmart and just hook your phone up to a computer and print off all of your photos right there. There is no photo center really anymore. Yeah, I remember I was buying something. I'm like over here and I look over there and it's the printing center and it's, people just on their phones getting the stuff off of there. I'm just, I mean, it's okay. That's nice. They let you do that so they can't see all your photos, but maybe it's cheaper. It's not like you can find somebody back in the tech area to get any help. Patrick, yeah, laptops are so cheaply made now. Lucky if you get 2 years out of them. Yeah, I was surprised the TV that I had lasted. It was like 5 years and 2 months, and I used to keep the TV on almost if I wasn't working. The TV was on, and I would sleep with it on because I had trouble sleeping. So I had to have my playlists of just something playing all night long. So more power to it. I wish they still made them as good as that, but I could not spend twice as much for a TV and take a chance, and it was just no. I went through that back in June. I don't want to relive it until I talk about year 24. Dragon Sage. Now I'm just an old Linux nerd. That's all right. John Rogers saying I have a 64 and a 182 in the attic. Oh my god. Oh, Chris used to have a Commodore 64. Yeah, I think like the earliest console I ever played on was just original Nintendo. Like I never played on an Atari or anything before that. I don't even think I've seen one in person, to be honest. Dusty Blue says I met Elvis Costello briefly when he played at Sony Stages for recording TV series sessions at West 54th Street. One production crew guy told me he went on Elvis's tour bus to see his pet lizard. Oh, that's cool. Dragon Sage, let's start a Frankly's Radio Club. Yeah, yeah, everybody just go into the comment section and start dropping songs they'd like to hear you think everybody would like. And we will get a maybe just start like with a half an hour or an hour block of music. Like, hey, this is the Frankly Radio Hour, hosted by somebody with a better radio voice than myself. This is a song chosen by, insert handle here from the whatever chat room they're from, and then play it. That would be fun. We can build no power AM radios. Oh, nice, yeah. So this is what's on those ham radios everybody's talking about. Lisa's saying, it was hilarious when I got a turntable and showed my kids. They were flabbergasted, wondering how to play a song they saw on the cover. Oh man. I heard a bit about, I don't know how long ago this was, within the last 10 years, but it was these folks at a job. Somebody had left a phone and it was, not a smartphone. It was, like a phone with proper buttons on it. And so they had the idea to I don't know, send a text to somebody through it, but none of the kids there knew how to, like when you want to press E, you would hit, what is it, like two twice to get a letter E, that kind of thing. Text type, there's a proper word for it. The kids did not know what any of that was about, even though I'm pretty sure they have the letters of the alphabet right by the numbers on those phones, but that's another issue. They just are not, it happens with every generation. They just try to dumb people down so they can do worse stuff to people. That's all that is. But it's sad that just common things from not that long ago, people do not care to teach to their children. That's not society's fault. That's a in your home fault. Education starts at home, not in a classroom. Chris, damn, you don't throw anything out. Still have my childhood. Yeah, it's rough when you don't have stuff from your past you would like to share with other people. Take it from me. Like, I still think I remember, because my friends lived next door to me growing up, I still think I have their phone number memorized. I don't know if they still have the same number, but I've still got that in my head every once in a while. Holy crap, Patrick, I have a light bulb in my bedroom that's over 30 years old, yet my living room LEDs blow every couple weeks. Telling you, the old stuff works best. Dragon Sage, I used to program pixels? Whoa. Oh, a rotary. Arden, I know my kids can read an analog clock, not sure about a rotary phone. Yeah. There should be like say if you want to slightly punish your child for being on their phone too much, they should have an app that you can download on there that turns the keypad into a rotary phone. So if they want to text, they're just sitting there drawing circles and watching it go back around to try to like text and do anything. Like, maybe not even as a punishment. Maybe that would be a bug or a virus or something like that. But everything works just fine. But if you want to use numbers, you go it around and around again. Don't even try to hit zero because then you got to wait even longer. Yeah, make them go through that. Showed them how to tap the two plugs on the receiver to call out. Lisa was saying, growing up, we only had 4-digit numbers. Let me ask you this. How long ago did they make everybody add area codes to phone numbers? Because people still don't get it. 3 years ago, I worked at a job where we had to have people's phone numbers to look them up in the system, and so many of these cunts would just give you, the first 3 digits and the last four, and then say the area code. So I would make them say the whole thing over again. If you can't get with it after 20 or 30 years, fuck you, say it again. Don't get smart with me. It's your phone number. You don't know it? I guess you're not getting a discount. Dumbass. John Rogers, that Nintendo box is still like brand new. Holy shit. Oh, what's up, Moon Bunny? How's it going? Dragon Sage, like Ma Bell. Yeah. Oh my God. Chris, my oldest lost his second tooth last night. If he keeps going like this, Dad will need a bank loan for his tooth fairy, bitch. Like, look here, woman. You can only come here like once every 2 months. I'm blocking the door. Tell I was gonna say Spider-Man. Tell Santa Claus too. I don't want you guys in the house at the same time. Wow, yeah, congrats on losing a tooth. Like, are they coming out evenly, like losing like the two front teeth, or are they like coming out randomly and it's that's so awkward. They think gotta fall out sometime. He's on his way to getting a grill. He can just get the like just blinged out. No, I know those are bad for your mouth health. Don't do that. Out with the old teeth and in with the new. So maybe it was Maybe it's just cloudy up where Frank is, so we couldn't show us the stars tonight. It might be different tomorrow. We'll see. Everything is completely up in the air, and again, I'm not sending Frank DMs to find out what he's doing. Oh, that's right. I got to talk about Monday. I forgot about that. Going a little bit out of order, so I covered Tuesday. Let's go back to Monday the 7th when Frank was in, and we had a full show. And that's when Noor bin Laden was on. I don't know if you guys, well, we've both seen Noor bin Laden on before. Every time she comes on, she has a different picture of herself, like a different professional photo taken. And this time, like she had, it was very I think somebody said it's like Yellowstone. Is that a TV show? Sorry. 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 Sorry for the noise. I got excited talking to everybody. I'll get better. At least the camera didn't freeze. I figured out what was causing that and stop making that mistake. Lisa, when I lived with your aunt or godmother in London, the phone was answered by last four digits, not hello. Like what do you do? Is pick up like 567 and it's. Oh, I was looking for 563. Like, well, I've learned how to learn numbers. I don't know what to tell you. Have a nice day. Click. Dragon Sage, all I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. Just get a whole extra row, like a shark. Oh, Patrick, wow, you have zip codes that cover many areas where we have postcodes that pinpoint your address to within 100 yards. Holy shit. I would like to learn how to read UK addresses because every country does it different and nobody ever seems to do the same thing. But yeah, like area codes, for example, like if I were to call up Frank, that would be the same area code as somebody in a town an hour away. So if you're in Toledo, I believe they have the same area code as here. So it's 60 miles away. That's an hour away. It's 100 kilometers. So, but that would come up as if it was this area. And I don't know how far south it goes, but Cleveland has different area codes than here. But then like something like a zip code, I'm not sure how far that. I think a zip code might cover a wider area. I never really looked into it. But Nora's always good. I kind of never know what to expect with her because whenever we're talking to her, she's 7 hours ahead, so she's kind of sleepy, so she might like forget a word here or there, and that's fine. We all get that way. Uh, yeah, it. That's what it was. Every time Nora's on, she'll always mention the Franklies, like at least once. So I'm glad she shouts out the fans. And she's not saying, like from which chat room, but she will always mention the Franklies. So good on her. That is so nice of her. Oh, Chris, the bottom, front, both teeth. Yep. Yeah, Moon Bunny, that's okay. I low key, because I don't remember that was Monday. That was a very long. Yeah. John Rogers, yeah, and Vermilion is different from us too, and that's not far away. That's like a half an hour drive, not even a half an hour. That might be like 20, 25 minutes. It's not terribly far away. It's yeah. I'm just looking at Elisa's comment talking about it was like Nor made the statement, "Don't make me go Beth Dutton on you." Beth Dutton, Dutton, in case my pronunciation is poor. Yeah, and that's when Frank was talking about the Twitch. He gets music violations just for playing the same songs he's always been playing. So that's what they're getting an attitude about. Oh, and that's when we were talking about FEMA and their lack of concern. And we always end up coming up with silly acronyms. So I said, what did I say? Cannot type when I'm live. I don't think I'll ever learn how. FEMA. Yeah, fuck every miserable asshole. That's their level of care. They care as much as the hospital cared about me in 1992. Jump ahead to my bad back today. And that's when it was Monday, right at, no, yeah, it was right at 4 p.m. Gray uploaded. After all these late uploads, and I really do think whoever schedules them is in the same time zone as Swanee, which is a central time zone. They're like an hour but behind or something. They just can't tell time. I don't know what they're doing out there. Dandy, yeah, pretty much. They don't. They just don't. They just don't. They're on a different mission, and it's not to do what they said. And then I did want to mention this because I forget exactly when he brought this up, but King 40 did call into the show. Maybe it was last week. It was sometime in the last 2 weeks here, but he was talking about how he works late at night, so it's like 1, 2 in the morning, and he just goes outside for a break. And not a lot of cars around, but what he does see is one of those great big tour buses going down the road with a police escort. And he's like, you know what that was about. You know what that was about. And, we know what that was about. They were bringing, in more illegals. But then people in the chat room were like, well, what's with the lights and sirens? Why just one bus? How come they don't do that for every single one? And I forget if I said this or if I just thought this, but okay, you've got one single solitary bus in the middle of the night with a police escort. It's full of minors. I wonder where they dropped off that pizza order. I don't know what town. I'm not going to dox King 40. I'm not going to tell you what town he was in or where he works or anything like that. So it's not like that. But like, it just makes me wonder how close the nearest government building was. That was suspicious. And then my town, it's a tourist town, so we get tour buses anyway. But I'm still suspicious of every single one I see. Arden saying it's 80 every day this week and sunny in northwestern Florida this week. Wally and I are here on vacation. No hurricane here. Dusty blue, yeah, yep. When Sandy hit here, they were useless. John Rogers saying there was a bar between Huron and Vermilion that had two payphones. One was local to Huron, the other two Vermilion. Right? Oh, you're on the Vermilion phone. You want the other? Oh, shoot! Right, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, the other one. Nice. Wonder where WUNDER WEAR. Oh, Patrick, just noticed there's no thumbs up button on Brave, but a thumbs down. Bit confusing. Huh. Are you watching YouTube through Brave? I haven't done that before. I have heard that's a way to get around ads. Arden, yeah, pizza and hot dogs. That's true. Oh, Dragon Sage, I'm wearing supersonic underwear, so he's faster than the rest of us. Somebody's at the door. Oh, Dragon Sage already got it. He's too fast for us. Maybe that's the kind of underwear that Superman wears. That would explain the flying and the superpowers. But it was either Friday show or Monday show. Patrick, yeah, no ads. Yep. Well, this channel is not monetized, so you don't have to worry about ads. I am way too far off from that, so no worries. We're kind of flying under the radar a little bit. Like, yeah, it's a public show, but it's not it's not going to get the same attention as somebody like Frank with 100,000 subscribers for over a year. Moon Bunny, yeah, whatever happened to the days of the week undies? That would confuse the hell out of me. Like, Tuesday? Are you sure? Talking to my underwear. Wait, when did I do laundry? Okay, now it's Monday. Wait a minute, that's not right. Even my Linux machines hacked to shit. Ugh. I want now it makes me wonder if they sell days of the week underwear. It's like, yeah, I want these underwear, but the thing is, I want them in an adult size for a regular adult. Stop laughing. Look, man, I saw it in a Scary Movie. It's gonna be great. And then, yeah, so somebody was talking, either Friday show, Monday show, they were saying that they were kind of, I'm paraphrasing what they said, but it was like something about like living on edge every day, wondering about what's gonna happen, news wise. And I said something to them. I'm like, you cannot live like that. You cannot live your life every single day on edge because you don't know what the news is going to say. And the more I thought about it, it made me think about a woman waiting for her abusing husband or boyfriend to come home, and you don't know if he's going to beat your ass or give you a kiss. You're really sounding like you're putting yourself in the victim role and being the news's bitch. Stop it. That is not healthy. If you're scared about what's going to happen on a TV show, you need to rethink your life. Like, I love Dark Shadows. I know it is not real life. I love the internet. I know it's not real life. I love the chat room. The chat room is my home. I know it's not real life. You have to be in control of yourself. You can't let unknown forces dictate the way you're gonna feel every single day. It's it's one thing if you have a family member in dying in the hospital and you don't know what day is going to be their last. I understand that perfectly well. That's where I was this time last year. So I get that. And that's way too much stress. So you cannot be feeling that way over a TV show. It's not. You're going to stress yourself out. You're going to make yourself look older than me. And what could you be doing instead of worrying about what the news is going to say? Maybe do go spend time with your family. Like, go take a nap. Do anything else but think about the news. If it doesn't make you happy, stop doing it. If thoughts about anything make you unhappy, stop thinking about them. It's literally that simple. I used to be the kind of person that worried about every single last thing. I would think and rethink about things until I made myself sick, wondering what's going to happen here, wondering what's going to happen there, wondering what somebody else is going to do about a situation. It did not make me happy at all. It just stressed me out. It doesn't. It's negativity, and it's inviting more negativity into your life. And that if you want to get spiritual about it, that's just the devil trying to get into your thoughts. And it's just think about something that makes you happy. Like, go outside and look at a flower. Go talk to your friend. Go look through a picture album. Listen to a record. Make up a story that's better than the news and write that. Don't live in fear. That's how they win. Dandy, holiday undies are easier. It's 4th of July. What are you doing in the Easter underwear? Come on, lady. Yeah, no ads, no, well, when I get closer to monetization, I'll let you guys know, but that's gonna be, that's a next year problem. In 2 days. They do days of the week socks in the UK. That's cute. I like that. Like, what day is it? Lift up your pant leg. It's Friday. That would be fun. I would wear those. Because you know, at least you know what the news, everything they come out with is going to be bad. So it's not like you're sitting and waiting in anticipation and something good happens. No, you know what's going to happen. You already know. The older you are, you know what they're going to say. You've seen it all before. If you study history, you won't be surprised because they just repeat themselves. That's why I say watch Futurama, watch Family Guy, watch South Park, watch The Simpsons. You won't be surprised because you saw all this stuff in a cartoon 20 or 30 years ago. Dusty Blue interned years back at DCTV, a video community center in an old firehouse. They had an old payphone. Was not numbered to DCTV, so we all had fun. I answered once, Polly's cremation house. How may I help you? I eventually up saying, yeah, how's it going? Yeah, it's true. You can't live in fear. That's what they want because that makes you, if you're busy being scared, you're not leaving yourself open to that. That's why I try my best to not get nervous because I know if I'm nervous, then nothing, no ideas will come to me. Nothing will get through, and I'm just, jittery and just burning up energy I don't have on emotions I don't need. So it's, you do have to keep yourself in check. Arden says, my mom used to answer the phone. Carolyn's mortuary. You stab them, we slab them. As a teen, I was mortified. Like, Mom, oh my God! Don't say that! Dragon Sage, I put on my long johns today, long sleeve shirt. Yeah, I was this close to putting on a long sleeve shirt, then I remembered. It is easier to keep weight down in the winter time because you spend so much energy just keeping your body temperature up. At least I do. So I remember that now. I remembered something from last winter. I usually forget what like when it gets to be summer, I'll forget the summer before. When it gets to be winter, I'll forget the previous winter. But I remembered that from last winter. So yeah, it is easier to keep weight off in the winter. So I'm like, well, I'm cold. I should put on socks, but I'm not gonna. At least it's keeping my weight down. Son of a bitch, when do I get to eat? Lisa said, well said, Nikki. Christmas Day will be my 8-year anniversary of cold turkey, of opioid addiction. I recall the anxiety of how many I had, when I could get more. Chasing the dragon was horrible. Yeah, I remember that addiction deep, and it's, in a way, it is easier to be an addict because all you're thinking about is getting high. Like, how much money do I have? When does the store or, the dope man open again? Is my pipe clean? Do I have my vice involved lighters? Do I have enough lighters? Do I have enough gas to get to where I go to buy the stuff? So it's all you think about. You don't think about, I mean, like, I was going to work. I wasn't stealing from anybody. I was paying my bills, but I also had a habit. And that's all I did for, like, I don't know, a year and a half. And it did took, like, it would be like, okay, it's been a month since I've gotten high. It's been 2 months. It's been three. I think for that first year, at some point every month, I noticed it's been this many months. It's been that many months. So and you don't, like, I'm not saying you get addicted to everything. And it wasn't, it wasn't heroin, of course, because, well, I guess you do use a lighter. I digress. It was not, I don't do needles. I never have. My best friend and a lot of folks that I grew up with either died or cannot be in my life anymore because of needles, because of heroines. I just know I will not go near them for any reason whatsoever. But yeah, it is. While you're in it, it's easier. But then I got to a point and I thought, I can't keep doing this forever. At some point, I'm going to just get tired of going through the motions of it. I like getting high, but then there's the rest of it. And I was like, I just need to get better. And that was September, not September, sorry, Sagittarius, year 14. So that would have been about December of 2013 for you guys. Dragon Sage, I'm addicted to everything. Yeah. So, and I've had to quit pop before and go back to it because of money reasons. So, anything I've been on, I've gotten off of, even caffeine. Before, I did not have to take it medicinally. So, there was a time where I didn't have to drink any coffee or anything like that. So, I've even kicked that habit. I kicked the food addiction. So, I do still think about food a lot. I could eat twice a day and still keep my weight the same, but my eyes won't let me. We're all addicted to, oh, Dragon Sage, you're celibate. Okay, that's good. I mean, well, I mean, that's a personal choice. Not addicted to sex. Don't get addicted to sex. Yeah, we've all got this terrible air addiction. And that's what I like that don't ever get around like straight edge people because they're addicted to being assholes. I don't do drugs. I only do this. I only do that. You're only addicted to running off at the mouth with your hyper ass. Calm the fuck down. Nobody cares, honey. Most shocking is no caffeine. Yeah, I mean, like some people don't have to have it. They can just go about and not need it, and that's okay. I have to take it for my tinnitus, so I don't have a choice. I like caffeine. Don't get me wrong. I've always liked caffeine. I've never been one to like overdose on it. It's just something that, like, I drank a lot of soda growing up, so that was always around, and I think that's why my tolerance is so high, and I have to take so much now to stop the tinnitus. But that's okay. I sorted that out myself. Well, the tinnitus started in 2007. I didn't tell anybody about it for 2 years, and I forget where I figured out the trick from. But yeah, also keeping my weight down helps. But caffeine, at least for like the whooshing sound. I don't know if it helps with the ear ringing, but it's worth trying out. Try 200 milligrams to start. Don't drink it. Just take it in a pill. You need it in your system fast. And then don't take any downers. Just, just caffeine. Don't take a nap. Don't drink any alcohol. Don't take your Xanax. Nothing that's going to make you sleepy, to see if that doesn't cure, not cure it, but make life livable. I bitch slap Satan. 6:18. Only eat in a 6-hour window and fast for 18. That's not bad at all. Because I do usually end up eating right around 4 p.m., 4:30. Like today, I ate a little bit late. I was done at like 5:05. But that's only because Gray uploaded at like 4:10, and I wanted to catch that because it's always Grand Theft Auto on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Today's Wednesday. Oh, Dragon Sage, I'm free. Oh, good. Like the genie in Aladdin. Today. Yeah, today, the 9th. Yeah. Oh, Moon Bunny, yeah. How does the pearl powder help with your eyes? Yeah, because I have been taking that, and trying to take at least one every night. It will slowly, what will happen is I will be able to accept more light into my eyes because I can focus. Like I can read all the letters. It's not like it's blurry. These are new glasses. So I can like focus on, details and stuff. But it probably is not good for my eyes to be under bright lights and reading. I kind of realize not that now, but nature of the beast, I have to. It's okay. But what, like, so I can just maybe I'll put it like this: the light that I use in my room, I have to keep two dark purple bandanas over, and then I'll take just it's like a tissue like napkin that it's like a square napkin, but then I'll unfold half of it like that. Oh, get that straight. And then I fold it over, and then I place it over so it kind of covers up the back of the lamp, and then it usually goes over here, and then I can see. So what will eventually happen is I won't have to put this on there. And then what will happen after that is, like, right now, instead of the two dark purple bandanas, it's like a dark purple one with a light purple one behind it to make it a little bit lighter. But maybe I'll be able to do that all of the time, not just when I'm live. But I gotta wait and see. I've really been back on the pearl powder for about half a month, and you have to take it at night because it makes you sleepy. So when I always pass out at night, I don't just go to bed. So I nod out. I wake up at 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning, take the pearl powder, then lay back down till 9 a.m. So like I'm slowly feeling a difference. I'll see how I feel after this show ends. But after it does take, it's easier to feel the effects of it curing the insomnia than it is to feel it healing my eyes. But it does help out. My thing is, I took it for a month and stopped taking it for a few months. So I kind of regressed, reverted, went back to the way my eyes were. Xanax is terrible unless you take it with vodka. Okay, I'm joking, Arden. Yeah. Xanax, I mean, that's how not Larry, but that's how we lost Lenny and Louise was to Larry Xanax. So you got to be careful with that. And since Xanax is a downer, if you do take it with alcohol, I mean, you can, but you can also make a mistake and you might wake up in heaven. So it's not going to kill you, but you do have to realize you're taking a downer on top of a downer, and your body might not like that and decide to quit. Same thing with uppers. You don't want to be doing too many uppers. You don't drink an espresso and then spend the rest of the night doing cocaine because your heart might decide like, nope, I'm not doing this anymore, and just burst out of your chest. You have to be careful. Like upper and downer and even yourself out. Don't do drugs. But if you have to do drugs, do them with people you know. Never don't party around people you don't know. Don't be unconscious around strangers. Oh, Moon Bunny. Oh man, I had to go to the eye doctor today. Thought my retina was detaching, but it was vitreous detachment, common and less serious. Looking to support my eyes. Yeah, definitely go to cultivateelevate.com. They have a quiz you can take to like you take a quiz, it takes literally a minute, and they give you something like a 15% discount. The prices are not terrible because I'm going to have to re-up on this stuff and the Dragon's Blood. Like both of those, I want to say just on their own are 38 bucks. And it's a 2 month supply. So you're getting your money's worth. It's not going to, break you. And they're good about delivery time. I think it just took a few days. I don't even think it took a week. And it like the pearl powder or the dragon's blood, like I don't open the capsules, but they don't taste like anything. There's no aftertaste. There's no like smell when you open the bag. Um, yeah. And what you want to do though is go to the website because he does have a little video talking about how to take the product. That's when he said the pearl powder is best to be taken at night. Dragon's blood you can take anytime. It's not going to make you sleepy. So I'll take the dragon's blood during the day. And I think maybe the dragon's blood might help because I feel like this is just inflammation. So maybe that will help with it too. And like we'll see where I am a month from now with those. I kind of think I'll be taking those for the rest of my life, which is okay. I don't know if I'll take a full dose though, just a half a dose, just like one pill each, not two. Yeah, Moon Bunny. So like try out the pearl powder, like take it for a month and see how you feel. You will notice a difference, like 30 days. Patrick was a gorilla grower for over 30 years. Make 420 great again. Spelled Geurilla. Absolutely. Smoke them if you got them. Arden, yeah, Bob is a moon. Yeah, Bob the alien, he's an alien, so our Earth drugs don't affect him. Dragon Sage, yeah, gray beard, don't do crack. Yeah, crack is whack. Don't don't do a drug that's named after a part of your body. Lisa, yeah, geez, Coke, coffee, cross tops, black beauties. When I was young adult, lived to tell the tales, right? Yeah, when you're young, you can do that stuff. I mean, you can do it when you're older. You just have to worry about the next day, like hangover type stuff. You can't like drinking now is not the same as when I was in my 20s. To sleep, magnesium, uh, glycinate, potassium, and pink Celtic salt. Oh, let's magnesium, Glysonate. Cool. Let's see. I don't think I'll get my brain back to that hyper place that I liked it before I started taking Cultivate Elevate, but I do need to be able to see to do my job, and internet takes priority over real life, so that's why I'm going to be on that stuff for the conceivable future. Oh, damn straight. That is so cool. Chris is saying Storm Chaser just got out of his vehicle and put down a giant American flag where the hurricane is about to hit to save it. Makes me proud to be an American. Yeah, I better run from that damn flag. You witchies are kind of freaking me out. Oh no, I don't think anybody. I don't know. Is anybody a witch or a wizard? You're allowed to. Oh, damn. Lisa's saying her husband has the same problem, going to have surgery to basically squeegee the junk blocking his vision. Oh, man, that sucks. Is it like a glaucoma kind of thing? Yeah, I gotta check out that magnesium stuff. Because I seem to sleep for a solid chunk of time, but it's just that I can't, I just nod out with everything on, which is can't be good for my just having the light on while I'm sleeping is not good for my eyes. It's probably not good for the electric bill. Oh, this is funny. One of the like low key fears I have is my light bulb burning out because maybe having all like the heat trapped around it makes it burn out faster. But just the other day, I go to flick the light on and it burned out, so I had to change out the bulbs. I'm like, good, I don't have to worry about that for the time being. Okay, yeah. Today at when Frank went live, again, 9:33 in the morning. Ran over there. It was on YouTube, and a fella shows up there. I know him as D Swifty, but he uses another handle, Crisco Fist, and his avatar is Edward from Cowboy Bebop. If you know who she is. I like the character. Anyway, he was saying that we knew that his wife was expecting, or at least I knew from the from the chat room. But he came in there talking about I don't know exactly when, but maybe since the last time we've seen him, that like yes, his wife had their son. He gave the name. I don't want to say what it is, just for like privacy reasons. One of the names that he gave him, I do like. Um, I was like, did you have it at home? And I guess it was a C-section. So he's got, and I think it's his first child too. So that's a trip. So congratulations to him. That is cool. If I had a kid, I would want to have a son just so he could have my husband's last name. Chris, I ain't a wizard. I just like magic mushrooms. Yeah, be the wizard that you want to see painted on the side of a van. Oh, Dusty Blue's saying friend suggested cell food drops. Just add 8 drops in water. It naturally provides the highest levels of oxygen and hydrogen to the body, helping to support overall improved energy and endurance. Cell food drops. That's a CELL food. Nifty. I will have to see that. Oh, that sucks, Lisa. Just as right eye's messed up. Yeah, because my right eye was messing me up until I got these glasses. Oh, and I'm right handed. That's my aiming eye. Well, hopefully the surgery, gets him all set up straight. And it is true that marijuana is used as a treatment for glaucoma. So if you're worried about your eyes and you're already a smoker, just keep smoking that. It can't hurt. Oh, okay, Patrick. Now winter's approaching. We'll start the regimen of 1 teaspoon black seed oil, vitamin D3, 400 IU, and zinc. Not expecting any colds or flu. Zinc. Do I still? Yeah, I do still take zinc. Zinc with a Z. Yeah. And vitamin D. I gotta get more vitamin D. I'm glad you said that. Ate my last two vitamins, and then I keep, backups around. I'm looking where it should be, and I'm digging around. I'm like, you cannot tell me I'm out of vitamins. Out of all the stuff I buy, I cannot be out of multivitamins. But there was another container back there. It was just hidden behind. So I just needed to shine a light back there. It was I couldn't see it at first. I'm like, oh my god, gotta have a multivitamin. Because I don't go out before I go live. It just hurts too much. So I went out on Monday. I'll go out again next Monday. But it's like, God, I want to have to go out before a show just to get damn vitamins. I love that story, Arden. Yeah, I joke about Xanax and vodka because I saw a bartender wearing a black shirt with Xanax, all caps, in giant white letters. Thought it was funny. That is hilarious for a bartender to be wearing that. That is great. That's like working in a. This is going to be rather dark, but this would be like working in a suicide prevention group in a shirt that just says KYS. Very dark, but like same sense of humor, just more dire. Oh my god, I like that because that's obviously a joke. Come on now. Yeah, you guys have mentioned black seed oil before. Do you get it online or in a store? Like I'm sure they don't just sell it at the local Walmart or I don't know what other kind of food type stores. We have Meyer. I don't know if they're around many places. Kroger's kind of around. Or yeah, many years ago, yeah. Oh, okay. While he was saying Arden cooks with black seeds to add a bit of flavor. All right. I'll be damned. Like, are they literal like black seeds? Like they're like the size of sesame seeds, but they're black? Because if they are, I've seen those before. That sounds familiar. Oh, local health food store sells black seed oil. Dusty Blue is saying. All right, cool. So we had a health food store. It seems to have closed. I don't know if we have other ones in town. Lisa says I use the seeds with my own. Garamasla. Wait. Gara Garamazla in cooking my mother's East Indian recipes. Oh, Patrick, yeah, I get it online. You want the cold pressed oil. Cold pressed. They want the stuff that was standing outside all winter. Oh, Lisa, you've got yours at the local grocery store. Cool. You probably got better grocery stores up there. Yeah, black cumin seeds. Oh, hell yeah, cumin's awesome. When I made home fries, that's one of the seasonings that had to go in there. Cumin. Okay, now, oh, just a moment here. Oh, breathe for a second. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen a show called What's My Line? This is a show that came on, without looking it up, from what I've understand, from what I've just heard in the last couple of days, it started in the 50s, but when I've seen it, when I've seen clips of it online, it's roughly the 60s, just based on the guests on there. This is the show. You can find the episode of it where they get this real tough looking guy up there, and Groucho's cigar. Groucho's like, "Are you a corrupt politician, or am I being redundant?" That's where that comes from. And what's my line kind of confused me a bit. I thought they meant like line is in line of dialogue. It's more like, what is your line of work? What line of work are you in? That's just not a phrase you hear nowadays anymore. So that's what kind of threw me off. But I kind of didn't care at first. I just was just enjoying the show and the guests and, what was going on in the clothes in the 60s and just all that stuff. If you haven't seen the show, of course, you can look it up online. If you have seen the show, I don't even know if you know this because they wouldn't say this on the show. I don't know how I stumbled across this information, but there's a lady on there, and if you don't know her name, you will recognize her because it looks like she has almost no jaw, like very like small chin, almost no jaw at all, dark-haired lady, like she's pretty, but just has almost no jaw. I mean, she can talk and all that stuff, but just her look is just a little bit unusual. Pretty but unusual. It's a lady named Dorothy Kilgallen. And I didn't even know her name until a couple days ago, and I did want to know more about her. I didn't realize how far it would go. Because this chick, she wrote articles. She started out, she wanted to get into like the dirt, like, talking about crimes and like real serious stuff. And then she gets into the newspaper business, and it's like, oh, little lady, why don't you go cover Hollywood stuff? So that's what she did. And she was very good at it. And, along the way, she got to be, and she did other stuff too. I'm not going to tell you her life story, it's online. But she did get to meet a lot of people in the business. She got to meet celebrities. She got to become friends with John F. Kennedy, and as we all know what happened to him, she was not okay with it. She was very suspicious of the whole thing, and she wanted to get to the bottom of it. It was, a week went by, and she dropped an article talking about, I don't believe this is an open and shut case. How can all these people in Dallas be so smart, but they can't figure out this? And she decided that the person to look at was Jack Ruby, since he was still alive. And looking at him, that took her to New Orleans, and she was digging into the mafia stuff going on then. You guys know about, what was going on with the Kennedy assassination, that um it is not the mainstream narrative, put it that way. So she wanted to get to the bottom of it. This was her friend. She wasn't buying the bullshit. And she's getting to talk to all these people and finding out things that, they don't want the public to know. And she was going to write a book about what she found out and how all this was connected and how this man was basically murdered. Well, one day she goes, does the show, What's My Line, goes out for drinks afterwards like they usually do. She's talking with some guy, uh might have been her new boyfriend. But what happened is she goes home that night. Next day her hairdresser comes over, house is quiet. It goes into a bedroom that she does not sleep in, but there she was sitting there completely made up, sitting up in bed. The guy goes to touch her. She was already cold. Plus, it was November and the air conditioning was on. And he was freaked out. He called somebody and he just left. He was scared. And it was a very suspicious crime scene. This was 1965. It was November 8th, 1965. And this chick was found with 3 different barbiturates in her system. She's in a bedroom that she did not use. She was married, but her husband cheated on her in that bed. She never slept in that bed again. But there she is, propped up in it, all done up, like fake eyes, eyelashes in, fake hairpiece in, makeup still on. She's wearing a bathrobe that she never wore. There's her gin and tonic, next to the bed. It's got some residue on it that was also barbiturates. There's a book in her bed upside down. She had no reading glasses with her. She needed glasses to read. Very suspicious. Yeah, Dragon Sage, yeah. And then, like, as soon as that hairdresser left, like this was 9 a.m., he find her. He was out of the. He finds her. He's out of there in like a half an hour. There's already a cop outside. Cops don't even look at him. They're just going inside. And later that day, some more police show up, and all of her papers, all of her files, she was collecting all of this information, is just taken, and nobody's ever seen it again. To this day. And, you couldn't just make copies of stuff. There weren't computers like we have now. So she might have had 1 or 2 copies of things. That was it. So that's just gone. And for looking into this assassination. And then what I was noticing when they were talking about the drugs and the stage scene, I was thinking about Marilyn Monroe, because we know that was not a natural death. And it's almost basically the same, except this lady is up in bed and fully dressed, whereas Marilyn was face down, completely nude, and had the drugs inserted to her rectally. Make it classy like that. So it's almost like the Marilyn thing was a dry run for, in 1962 was a dry run for this in 1965. I would not have known that about this chick. I just thought she was just some chick on a game show that just happened to look a little bit different. She's very good. She's very good at guessing people. I guess they went on to say she always guessed people's line of work more than anybody else, so she knew her stuff. Now you can look this up online. I watched like maybe 2. One was like maybe a 45-minute documentary, and then another one it's 2 hours long. This fellow named Shaw is investigating her, what we cannot, what we trying to put out the information that she was trying to come forward with to, to do her justice, to do JFK justice, to, make sure all of this stuff does come to light. Oh, pardon me. Didn't mean to do that. And that's the other thing too. November, air conditioner on. The guy's like, and she was always cold. That would be like me having the air conditioner on. No, and we all know why we keep the reason to keep a body cold. So that's not, even though the hairdresser guy was like, well, it's probably just doing that to keep her body temperature down. I'm like, yep, I was thinking it too. We've all seen too many cop shows. So that is again, Dorothy Kilgallen. She was a cancer. And you can look her up on the TV show. You can look her up as far as the investigation goes. There's some very good information. And another guy in that 2-hour thing that I watched with that Shaw fellow was saying that he heard that Lee Harvey Oswald was working for the government and getting $200 a week. And then he goes, and then what was in Lee Harvey Oswald's pocket when he was arrested in the theater? A voucher for $200. And I remembered that. What's the documentary called? Let me look this up. It's not too far back in my views. It can't be that far back. And they can't have taken it down. Okay, let me... So this was called The Suspicious Death of Dorothy Kilgallen by a channel called Suspicious Deaths. And then this is also, I'm going to put these in the chat room in a second. This is the 2-hour thing that I watched. Again, with a fellow named Shaw. Forgive me, his first name does escape me right now, and I don't want to say the wrong word. But this guy is the guy doing the research. He's got all the paperwork. He's read all the books. He's tried to give information to the state of Texas, or to the school book depository museum, and they were not reasonable with him as far as their requests go. So he's just thinking no, because I could give them this information and they could just destroy it and nobody would notice it. Okay, so this first one is okay. That's the suspicious death of Dorothy Kilgallen. That one is it's not long. What, 20 minutes? 30 minutes. It's not long. This other one here is longer though. It's honestly the first hour of it is him presenting his information, and then the second hour of it is him answering questions from the audience. And like they do have good questions. They're not just idiots. So there is some good information. Again, that guy in the audience is the one who brought up the Oswald thing. So that's them. And if you would like something else, I started watching this. It's got two parts to it, but this is just it goes into a little bit more detail. Maybe it's just a little bit different detail than the other two presentations had, just because I wanted a little bit more information about this, because like what is going on with this chick on a game show? Oh my gosh, you just never know about some people. I wish she would have gotten farther. I mean, she was only 52 when she passed away. So she was not a old lady at all. She had a lot more living to do, and it's too bad, but I'm glad this guy is out here trying to get her name out there, getting the truth out there. Dusty Blue saying, one of only two of our local health food stores just closed last week. Oh, they were family run for 48 years here. Sad to see them go, but smart too. Truly is time to focus on moving out of Brooklyn. Yeah, folks are saying New York doesn't seem to be the place to be. Oh, Lisa, the Bible even mentions black seeds, cures everything but death. Yeah, just pop some seeds into somebody's mouth. Oh, he's okay. He's okay. He's getting better. He's gonna go for a walk. Oh, Lisa's saying her mother was born and raised in Calcutta. Father was born and raised in Nome. I'm a product of East meets West. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington. Yeah, kind of a same thing. Oh, I bet Slap Satan. My sister lives in Brooklyn. She just visited and left for home yesterday. Oh, cool. Does she have an accent? I like the Brooklyn accent. Lisa, yeah, Marilyn Monroe came to mind. Yeah, they talk about barbiturates and just all this like stage stuff, and my mind just automatically went to that picture of Marilyn lying face down, and uh, yeah. So that I know there might be some other documentaries about this lady out there. These are just what I found in the last. I think yesterday is when I stumbled across this, and when I get into something, since my memory is so bad, I really have to do a deep dive into it so anything will stick. And like I'm just very interested in something initially. And so I'll get all of my information in one chunk and then maybe never touch on it again, or I might go back to it. It just depends. But like this is something I would like to look more into to see if they have more information about her. And it's I don't know. It kind of got to a point, they mentioned Kennedy, and she wants to know what happens, and I'm thinking, oh no, I know what's gonna happen to her. Yeah. So that is a thing. But I did want to bring this up, get her name out there. I guess a lot of folks are not talking about her, but we do need to focus on the truth, and it gets into, it's kind of like with the Zells investigating what they do. Are they worried about their physical safety for going this deep into things like that? And Frank Zell's like, nope. And they even asked the guy who's doing this research, that Shaw fella, they're like, are you afraid for your life? And he's like, not really. He was like a defense attorney before this, so he's used to dangerous situations. So he's not really scared that he's coming out with this stuff. Yeah, Patrick. Yep, the one investigating the Kennedy assassination, and she actually interviewed Jack Ruby, and that's one thing that they want to find is if she took any notes about her meeting with him. Like, what did he tell her? Did she write it down? Was it just in her head? We don't know. Oh, cool. Dusty Blue's saying, planning on visiting friends in Maine, one in Yarmouth, and another in Bangor to possibly move there, checking out various places. Cool. Yeah, you can move up to Collinsport, Maine. Ha! Nice. I want to go up there. I wonder if it's cold. I mean, not this time of year. Oh, Arden's saying that Indian food is on par with New Orleans food, I think. Maybe. I have not had either one. Patrick, try West Indian curried goat and fried dumplings. It might be good. Oh, Arden, I have an Asian grocery store nearby, so I'll try. Yeah, I gotta look for those, like the Asian stores, the Mexican stores. I knew there was one over in Norwalk, but I haven't been there in a few years. I don't know if it's still there, but it's just a very small shop. But that's where they say whenever I start talking about soda, people are talking about oh, go to a Mexican, just a Mexican only food store, and they'll have like the Mexican soda that uses the cane sugar instead of the high fructose corn syrup. So I would like to check that out. And what is it with Walmart? You can't buy any hot chocolate that is not made by Nestle. Is it just Walmart? Can I get some hot chocolate that's not made by Nestle at another store? It's not that big a deal, but Jesus Christ, why's it gotta all be Nestle? I cannot. I just can't. So yeah, as far as the movie watching goes, I figure we got we'll get this finalized by Saturday, so folks can vote on the options, and then we can give them a watch. And from then we'll have about almost a full 3 weeks until the end of the month. So I'm thinking maybe like Saturday the 2nd, that's when we can like talk about it, see what we liked about it, see if we noticed anything. And then also it will be a new month, so if this is something that goes over well, we can pick something for November to watch, and just maybe keep this going every month. Just check out a movie every month, just to see how it goes, to watch something different. That depended on what gets in, we could do like say movies that even I haven't seen, or if you guys are into, would you guys watch a silent film like something before 1929? Because there are good movies. I was thinking about suggesting It from 1927, but because older movies are short, there's a little bit of reading, but I don't know if everybody has the patience for no dialogue. It's everybody's different. It's your own personal taste. I'm not like knocking you if you don't like silent films. It's okay if you do. It's a different way to consume media. If it's not your thing, it's okay. If you just don't like black and white films, that's okay too. So I was a little bit wary about mentioning any black and white films. I could have, but I didn't know how you guys would take it. But okay, Lisa, yeah, silent flicks, cool. Keep that in mind. One for silent. Because we're never going to be able to watch, say, a Modern Times if you guys don't like silent films. I mean, like, there is music in it. It does have, all of these silent films do have like a score. So it's not like you're just sitting in dead silence for an hour and then it says the end. So, like, there is mood music, and sometimes there will be like they'll just put a card up on the screen with some dialogue. But based on the movie, that's not going to happen a lot. The point is to have the actors convey the story. Imagine that. So, and that, well, to be fair, Modern Times does have a song in it. It does have some talking at one point, and it does have a song in it, so it's not completely silent. But like something like that, or like I know Tubi has The Gold Rush. They've got City Lights. Those are all Charlie Chaplin films. But again, he did not want the tramp to speak. So it's the 30s and he still has the tramp being silent. And then if you go back farther, of course, there's no talking at all. But again, they're shorter films, so it might just be an hour, it might be even 45 minutes. So it depends. Like these Mae West films, of course, they're all black and white. Some of them are just barely over an hour, but you are hella entertained for that entire hour. You're thinking it's longer, and you check your watch. You're like, that's it. I have time to watch more. So oh Dan, do you like the movie idea too? Cool. Oh Lisa, you'll play piano for the show. Great. That'll work. Dandy, I'll have to wear my glasses for chat, so I not silent movies. LOL. Yeah, or like something with subtitles. The is it Austria of the Island? Apparently, that's a subtitled film. That's okay. It's all right. It's not reading a whole book. It'll be fine. Can you imagine how that went in theaters before talkies? Well, like all the silent film actors will tell you that talking ruined films. Like they just cannot get with it. But it was, a lot of it was just the way they sounded. If they had a heavy accent, they would not be good for the talkies. So that's why you do see a lot of careers that did end. And, of course, with women, if they didn't want to go to the casting couch, they did not have a career. So that is why some of these ladies you don't see a lot of from back in the day. But it is a movie that has Clara Bow. If you don't know about her, there's information about her I could tell you now, but we've only got 4 minutes left. We got a whole 2 hours. I don't think anybody went live. Nope, they sure didn't. It's just been us. So that's cool. Love a recipe I have for butter chicken with a lot of yogurt, Arden says. That sounds different. Uh, I mean, I like chicken, I like yogurt, I like butter. It can't be bad. But yeah, I wonder if there are people who went to movies and they just had to walk out like, oh, all that sound, all that talking, I can't take it anymore. But then, like, talkies came along and then vaudeville died. So, as much as I do want to go back in time and watch a shitload of vaudeville shows, gotta wait till I'm dead for that. They didn't record those. So, I like the early talkies. The Marx Brothers' first film, The Coconuts. It's a talkie. It is from 1929. That's the first year there was sound. And I know they've got the jazz singer. I think it's on Tubi. I've never seen that. I want to watch that. Or something like they've got Nosferatu from 1922. Obviously, a silent film. Things like that. But there are good silent films. And again, they are short. You're not going to be sitting through generally a 3 hour long silent movie. People didn't have that kind of time back then either. They had stuff to do. They didn't have dishwashers and cars. They had to like walk home and do the dishes. That's why films were so short back then. Real butter is great. I bet slap Satan damn straight. Right, Dusty Blue, Carrie's gold butter. That's what I got in the fridge right now. Carrie's okay with me. Don't know if it's a guy or a girl. Maybe it's a cow. So it's just a girl. So yeah, check out. It's on YouTube. It's also on Twitter. You can vote for any of those 4 films, and then if something ties, we'll deal with that. But yeah, give them a look. If you think something will be good for next time, that is a free film that anybody can access. So if it's on Tubi, if it's on YouTube for free, go ahead and suggest it. And like also put the year in there just in case there's a lot of movies by that title, the way they come up with remakes and use the same name for stuff just to differentiate, or like, hey, it's this film from this year with this main actor, and I'll be able to find it. Oh man, I'm glad you guys had 2 hours to spend with me. I'm glad we got to spend the time together. I was kind of really frustrated not being able to see the Franklies. I was getting getting the DTs, man. I needed my fix. Just needed to just give me like 5 minutes of chat room, man. I swear I'll leave after that. I won't make a mess. It won't be like last time. No, so had to get our time in, and it's as far as October goes, I really didn't want to necessarily pick anything too on theme. So I was almost thinking of suggesting the Star Wars holiday special, which is on YouTube. Haven't seen it, been meaning to. I understand it is it's sort of a product of its time. But we'll save that for another time. So Ring of Carrie. Yeah, yeah, nice night. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for showing up. There wouldn't be a show without you guys. So smash the like button if you haven't already. And like I didn't even have time to watch my last show. Did it even render so I can watch it in HD? I don't know. So so I'll have two shows to watch tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, Lisa. Yeah, love the Kerry Gold. It's so pricey up here, but you know you get what you pay for. Yeah, it is a little bit on the pricier side, but it's sort of worth it to know you're getting real food and not just more chemicals, more just nothing in your system. So it's that is something we gotta deal with nowadays. It's a nice little container too. It's cute, and I kind of want to keep it for other stuff, but they'll clean it out first. Yeah, Chris, yeah, if that person went to the movies today, it wouldn't be a silent film. What? What? Who said that? Moon Buddy, have a great evening, anyone? Anyone, everyone. One person have a good night. Everybody else can have it. No. Everybody have a great night. If you have anybody affected by the hurricane, I don't know, keep them in your thoughts. If you do have a way to help out, please do. I don't know how, but you'll find a way. Even just staying positive through a bad time can help people out. So even if you can't, like, say, donate time or money or clothes or food, anything like that, just having a positive attitude and like don't go overboard with it like a psycho, but just keeping your spirits up will help other folks keep their spirits up. And like, yes, it is a tragedy, but you'll get through it easier if you do have a release, a way to stay happy through it. There has to be a little ray of light coming through even in the darkest of times, and you can be that. Anybody can do that. Soup will be on the table shortly. Bring your own bowl and spoon. Damn straight. Soup's my thing. Good night, everyone. Bless you, Nikki. Oh, bless you too. Great show, Nikki. Brilliant chat. Take care, everyone. Yeah, you too, Patrick. Thank you. Yeah, so check out Tubi. It's a free app. You can download it right now. You can watch films on your phone. Oh, Tubi has all of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, all 7 seasons. What the fuck? They don't have Angel, but they've got Buffy. That's got everything. That's got the body. That's got Once More with Feeling. That's got Tabula Rasa. That's got if you haven't seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, fucking watch it. I don't care how you feel about Sarah Michelle Gellar's nose. I don't care for it either. I know Frank does it. It doesn't matter. Watch that. I gotta watch it again. I gotta watch it again. I gotta watch it again. I haven't seen Buffy in years. Oh my god. So that's I got excited. So yeah, check out the poll on YouTube or Twitter and watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Keep the folks affected by the hurricane in your thoughts. And tomorrow, again, if Frank does go live, we'll, come here, stop it, go to Frank. We'll come back here. We'll finish up the time. So we do get to spend tomorrow, the last day of the year together, the last day of year 24. And then we'll get to spend New Year's Day together. I did not expect to be able to do that until next year. So I'm kind of excited to get to do that a whole year early. It's like, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, movie night. Get your popcorn. Whatever you do when you watch a movie. If you order, pizza to have everybody over, just sit down and watch a movie, or you can watch all four. That's fine too. But we'll definitely pick one. Yeah, I do have lesbian vampire killers written down. Dragon Sage. Yeah, maybe we'll have to watch something like non-Christmassy in December. Kind of getting ahead of myself, but something. We'll watch an Easter film in December and watch a Christmas film in uh July. Buffy, she's what we call a bit of a sort in Britain. Oh, a bit of a sort. Okay. Like what kind of sort? Buffy the girl, like the character, or Sarah Michelle Gellar. Because I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the character. Her birthday is the day after mine. And she even says Capricorn on the cusp with Aquarius, so that's my girl right there. And I do like James Marsters and David Boreanaz. Oh man, I wish they had Angel on there too. It's okay. They've got all of Buffy. It's awesome. Old match game shows. Yeah. Yeah, everybody. I keep thinking it's Saturday. It's Wednesday. So we've got 3 more days together this week. And I'll do what I can to make sure we get at least a full 2 hours together some time. Even if I got to go past 9 tomorrow and the next day, I do want to make sure we do that just so I can see you guys. Because I mean, it's just October for you guys. Maybe you get into Halloween, but it is a big deal for me. I have been religious for 25 years, so this is a huge deal to me to be able to see people I care so much about on such a special day. So I'm glad you guys are all here. I love you guys. And yeah, just stay positive. Not HIV positive, just positive in general. And just have a great night. Yeah, Patrick, yes, see you all tomorrow. Until next time.